Hallo und herzlich willkommen. I'm Prarthana Pai, your German teacher and the exam coach. In this video, I'll be explaining you the paper pattern and the marks distribution of Telc A1. If you're someone who is planning to give Telc A1 exam, this video is the foundation of your exam preparation. And don't worry, I'm planning to make an entire series of Telc A1 where I'll explain you all the materials which you can use for the exam preparation. Similarly, how you can improve each skill set. Now, before further ado, let's get started with the video. Your Telc A1 paper is going to be of 60 marks, that's 60 Punkte. And there will be 4 papers in total. You will have Hören, Lesen, Schreiben and Sprechen. Hören is your listening paper, Lesen, reading, Schreiben, writing and Sprechen, speaking paper. Your Hören exam will be for around 20 minutes and it will be for 15 marks. You will be getting your Lesen and Schreiben paper together. So in total, it will be 45 marks. Make sure you start first with the Lesen paper. It will be for 25 minutes. And then you come to your Schreiben paper, which is of 20 minutes. Each paper is of 15 marks again. Finally, you have your Sprechen paper, which will take around 15 to 20 minutes depending on the pace of the exam. And it will also be for 15 marks. So in total, your entire exam is of 60 marks. Now let's understand the passing criteria. If you're going to score anything between 0 to 35.5, then you will get participation certificate. If you're scoring anything between 36 to 41.5, then it's just enough marks. So they'll give you as ausreichend. If you're scoring anything between 42 to 47.5, you will be getting befriedigend, which is satisfactory. If you're scoring anything between 48 to 53.5, it's good. And finally, anything between 54 to 60, that's full marks, that's our target, you will be getting sehr gut in your certificate. So depending on the marks, you will also get the gradings. Now, let's first start with our Hören paper. I'll be looking below because I have my laptop right here. Your Hören paper will be for 20 minutes in total and it will have 15 questions. I repeat, 15 questions. It's 15 marks paper to 15 questions. Each question is of 1 mark. Alright? There are going to be 3 tiles in total. When I say a tile, it basically means exercises. So there are going to be 3 exercises in total. Let's see the very first tile. On the screen, you are seeing one of the example of tile 1. Over here, you get one question. For example, on the screen, the question is, welche Zimmernummer hat Herr Schneider? Which room number does Mr. Schneider have? Correct? And below, you have 3 options. The options are 54, 245, 254. You have to listen to the audio. The audio will be played 2 times, everyone. How many times? 2 times. Okay? You have to listen to the audio twice and then choose the correct answer. Like this way, in your tile 1, there will be 6 questions in total. Now coming to tile 2. Tile 2 is little tricky, and if you ask me, for A1 level, it might be one of the toughest tile among 3. But with right practice, you can score full marks even in this tile. Now let's see tile 2. You have a question on the screen for your tile 2. You get an information. For example, the information is, die Reisende soll zur Information in Halle C kommen. Correct? So the travelers should come for information in Hall C. Right? You have to listen to the audio. Now, these audios are generally from real life places or situations. So there will be some kind of background noise. The audios are going to be short, quick, and with a little bit of background noise. Okay, so you have to be very alert. Over here, you have to read the question, listen to the audio. The audio will be played only once and then choose if the given information is richtig oder falsch. So if it's true or false. In this particular tile, there will be 4 questions in total. Now, let's go to tile 3. Tile 3 is the last exercise of your Hören. There will be 5 questions in total, everyone. Okay? Now, as you can see the question on the screen, the question says the Nummer ist, and below you have 3 numbers, right? What you need to do is listen to the audio. The audio will be played 2 times. Listen to it and choose the correct option. So let's review this quickly. For your Hören exam, you have 15 questions. It is for 15 marks. Teil 1 audio will be played 2 times. There are 6 questions in total. Teil 2 audio played 1 time, 4 questions. Teil 3 audio will be played 2 times, 5 questions. In total, 15 questions. There are few things to remember when it comes to Hören paper. Before your Hören exam starts, they will play one section like some kind of a sample audio, okay, or maybe the instruction part of the audio. Please listen carefully, see if the audio is clear to you, if the voice is clear to you. If you want to increase the volume or decrease the volume, you can tell them. If you're comfortable in English, even that is fine, you can tell them in English to increase or decrease the volume. Once everyone is set, once everyone thinks that they can listen to the audio clearly, the actual exam paper audio will start. Once it starts, it will not stop in between for you, okay? So right from first question to the 15th question, it will play continuously. You cannot interrupt, you cannot talk, you cannot stop the audio, all right? Of course, there will be 10 seconds pause between each question so that you can read the next question. So in that 10 seconds, you can read the next question, definitely. But the actual audio will not stop. When you're listening to the audio, you can mark all the answers in the question paper. After that, they'll tell you that you have 5 minutes to transfer your answers in the answer sheet. Tabi, you can transfer all your answers, okay? I hope this was helpful for your Hören paper. Now let's go with the Lesen and Schreiben. Let's first start with the Lesen paper. As I've mentioned, your Lesen paper will be of 25 minutes in total. And how many marks? 15 marks. There are going to be 3 tiles in total. Tile 1, you get 2 paragraphs. First para will have 2 questions. Second para will have 3 questions. You need to read the text, read the paragraph and see whether the questions are richtig oder falsch, whether the given information is true or false. There will be 5 questions in total. Okay, coming to Teil 2. Teil 2 is one of my favorite tiles. It's very unique, very interesting to solve. Over here, you get one requirement. For example, let's say your requirement is to learn German. You will have 2 websites providing different services. One website may be actually teaching you German, French and all other foreign languages, and another institution might be helping you with something else. Let's say they will be helping you with the visa process. Okay? So you have to read both the websites and see which website can actually fulfill your requirement. Likewise, you have 5 questions in your Teil 2. Now coming to Teil 3, very simple, very easy. You get one paragraph. For that paragraph, you only have one question, only one information. Read the small para and see whether the given information is richtig oder falsch, if it's true or false. Again, this tile has 5 questions. So in total, you have 15 questions for 15 marks, which you need to solve within 25 minutes, everyone. If you finish early, that's great. You can move to the Schreiben paper. Coming to Schreiben paper, it's going to be for around 20 minutes. It is also for 15 marks and it has 2 tiles. Let's start with Teil 1. Over here, you get information about a particular person. They tell you about their family maybe, or where they are going for vacation, something like that. Personal information. Alright? Below, you have a form. Just like you fill the form in hospital or before taking admission in certain institution. Likewise, you have a form over here. You have to read the information given of that particular person and then fill those details in the form. Remember, there will be always only 5 details to be filled in the form. Only 5 details. Now coming to Teil 2. In your Teil 2, you have to write emails. You will be getting either informal questions or semi-formal questions. I'll be making a video regarding both, what is the blueprint, like what is the structure, which type of question comes, what are the phrases you can use, everything very soon. But you will have to write only one email properly without any grammar mistakes, or at least having minimal grammar mistakes. These are your 2 tiles in total. Finally, after all of this, you will be getting a break of 15 minutes or so, and then your Sprechen paper starts. When you're entering the Sprechen hall, make sure you greet the examiner, such as Hallo, Guten Tag, Guten Abend, depending on the time. Then your Sprechen exam starts. There are 3 tiles in your Sprechen exam. The first tile is Introduction. On the screen, I have shared the pointers which you need to use or which you need to refer while introducing yourself. These pointers are going to be fixed no matter where you are giving exam or when are you giving exam. The pointers are Name, name, Alter, age, Land, country, basically where do you come from, Wohnort, where do you live, Sprachen, which all languages you can speak, Beruf, profession, and finally hobby, that's what are your hobbies, what do you like to do in your free time. So these are the exact pointers which you need to follow when you are going to introduce yourself. One tip which I'll give you, prepare your introduction beforehand, by heart your introduction beforehand, and then give your Sprechen exam. After you complete your introduction, there is a possibility that the examiner will ask you 1 to 2 questions. Generally, these questions are related to alphabets and numbers. For example, können Sie bitte Ihren Vornamen buchstabieren? So can you please spell your first name? So instead of Vorname, they might ask you Nachname. Likewise, you will get another question which will be related to numbers. For example, wie ist Ihre Handynummer? Wie ist Ihr Hausnummer? Okay, so they might ask you your Handynummer or a Hausnummer. So you can be prepared for these questions as well. There is also a chance they'll ask you 1 or 2 questions related to your daily life or related to your introduction. For example, you have mentioned that you like to play tennis. So they might ask you, when do you play tennis, or how often do you play tennis? So there's a chance they might ask you such questions as well. Now coming to Teil 2. Teil 2 is question answer round, and to be very specific, it's a WH question answer round. You are allowed to ask yes or no questions, no problem at all, but my suggestion is always go for WH questions. Okay, so before you go to the exam, make sure you know the structure, the rule of framing WH questions. So over here, as you can see in the photo, in the dark box, you can see the Thema. Thema is Essen und Trinken, correct? That's your theme, that's your topic. So basically, all your questions should be related to that theme. Below is Frühstück, that's breakfast. You need to create a question using the word Frühstück. Alright? So for example, was hast du zum Frühstück? Yeah? You can ask any WH question you want, and your partner has to answer the question in 1 sentence. Each person will get 2 cards. So meaning, for example, 1 card is Frühstück, another card is Lieblingsessen. So you have to create one question for each card and ask to the partner. The partner has to answer the question. Similarly, your partner will have 2 cards. He will ask you one question and you have to answer the same. Now finally coming to Teil 3. In your Teil 3, you have request round. So basically you will get a card again like here with a photo in it. For example, the photo over here is book. So you have to create a request and make this request to your partner. Your partner has to answer it in short. Again, in this particular tile, every person will get 2 cards, meaning you have to create 1 request for each card. Once your entire Sprechen exam is done, you need to leave the room. While leaving the room, make sure you say Dankeschön, vielen Dank, and you leave the room. I hope the exam paper pattern was clear enough, and so was the marks distribution. I'll put the marks distribution of your Sprechen on the screen. I forgot to tell you that, so I've shared the photo on the screen. Here are a couple of important points which you need to remember while giving the exam. Number 1, let it be lesen or schreiben. Attempt what you know first, and then you take the remaining time to attempt what you are dicey about or what you're not sure about, you don't know the answer. Then you can take the remaining amount and actually write down the answer, finally what you think is correct. Coming to Hören, when you're listening to the audio, even if you don't know the answer or if you're not sure about it, whatever you think might be the answer, तभी के तभी वहाँ पे mark करो. You have to mark it right then and there, because later on you will not remember the audio, you will not remember the information as such. ठीक है? So even if you're not sure about the answer, still mark it at that time. Later on, if you can remember the information, you can change the answer if needed. Similarly, coming to your Sprechen exam, if suppose you have said a grammatically wrong sentence, then you can say Entschuldigung and rephrase your sentence. You won't lose marks for that. Okay, so if you have realized, okay, I've made a mistake, just say Entschuldigung, rephrase your sentence, ask that question or sentence one more time. No problem at all, you will still score full marks for that particular thing. If you have received a card and if you don't know the word for it, I hope that doesn't happen to you, but if in case you don't know the word, you don't know the meaning or translation of that particular word, you can ask for a different card. You will lose a little bit marks for it, but not the entire mark, correct? So little bit mark losing is always fine than losing the entire mark. So you can ask for a different card. All right, so these were important tips for the A1 exam. If you have any doubts related to Telc A1, make sure you put that in the comment section. I can clear it out. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you like more such videos, then make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button. If you have any suggestions related to videos, please put that in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, cheers.